What Nerdigans? This is the one and only Packer Girl 89, and today's Manga Nerdigan live reaction video is going to be for Jujutsu Kaisen chapter 145. So, whoosh, shit is getting very interesting up in this manga. And also the sales for this manga are through the roof, and recently, in terms of weekly sales, it surpassed Kimetsu no Yaiba. But in overall sales, not yet. Kingdom is still beating you, Jujutsu Kaisen, and so is Kimetsu no Yaiba and One Piece. But we're getting there, Jujutsu Kaisen readers. Anyway, last chapter we headed down to the tomb, and we're going to have a very interesting conversation with Tengen now. So without further ado, let's get to it. And this chapter is titled The Back. Aren't you going to say hello to me, Tengen? This guy, this person is, Tengen. This isn't the first time we've met Yuki Tsukumo. Why did you close off the tombs of the Star Corridor? I was afraid you might be in alignment with Kenjaku. After all, I cannot see into the human heart. Ooh. Kenjaku? The sorcerer. Oh! The sorcerer who was once Soritoshi Kamo and is now inhabiting the body of Suguru Geto. Woo! That name suggests compassion and salvation. Wait, sorry. That name suggests compassion and salvation. Give me a break. Master Tengen, why do you look like that? He sure has guts cutting in on an important discussion. I may be immortal, but I'm not immune to aging. After 500 years, you look like this too. Wait, what? So after 500 years, you'd have hella eyes on your face. I can see your nose being flattened, but hella eyes on your face? Nah. I don't believe that shit. Your head being like a column? And the sunken cheeks, I can believe. Like the bottom part of the face, and maybe, I don't know about the neck. But the nose and the mouth and the chin, okay, I can believe you there. But the rest, nah. 11 years ago, after failing to merge with the star plasma vessel, my aging accelerated and my self-awareness as an individual diminished. The very world became myself. Ah, all right. So there wasn't another star plasma vessel then? And that's why your voice doesn't proliferate. Okay, that makes sense. Now I remember this. Excuse me, but we came to ask about Kenjaku's objectives and how to open the prison realm. Will you tell us what you know? I wish I could simply say yes, but there is one condition. Yuta Kotsu, Yuki Tsukumo, and the death painting womb. I love Poor Chosen! Oh, my poor Chosen, man! Whoa! What? Yuta Kotsu, Yuki Tsukumo, and the death painting womb. 2 of you must remain here to serve as my guards. Guards? Aren't you immortal? Are you worried about the seal? No fair! You haven't even told us why, for how long we'd have to do it. So then, shall I speak of Kenjaku? His objective is to force the evolution of all human beings throughout the land of Japan. That's what I thought! He was gonna do! Oh my god! Dude, he's pulling... Oh my god! We've seen this! We saw this in Lagata High School! Knew it! He's pulling a Mubong! We saw this in Lagata High School. I think I said this last chapter too. I said I had a feeling that was the case. This is like with the Generation X, and with what we saw with with the selection in the God of High School, and I'm spoiling the God of High School, damn it. And what ultimately what Mubang is doing is he took the heart of Gaia and is literally creating a new Earth. That's what Mubang is doing. But this is what I think is very interesting, though, is Kenjaku is just focusing on Japan because of the limit. I guess it has to do with what was said a while back with the limitation, with only the cursed powers being only in Japan. I think that's why Kenjaku said, or Kenjaku / Kamo said he wasn't gonna spread it throughout the rest of the world, or maybe that's gonna be for later once there is like enough power. Because that was was that the same thing we saw in, hold on a second. I think it was it the same thing that we saw in I think it was, that was very similar to what we saw in the God of High School, where Mubang focused mainly on New Korea first and developed, the Gen X kids, and then once he got the power of the Supreme God, that's when the selection happened. Yeah, I got a feeling that's going to be what's happening here. I do. I got a feeling that that's going to be the case. Once there's enough, after the whole thing with Japan, once there's enough power built up, then it's going to be spread worldwide. That's my guess. But anyway, we heard that, but what exactly does he intend? Why didn't Kenjaku use your barrier that time and turn everyone in Japan into sorcerers via idol transfiguration? See? He lacks the cursed energy to do that. Cursed energy that has been refined through Uzumaki cannot return to the sorcerer. Triggering an evolution in each individual with a curse technique is incredibly inefficient. See? See what I mean? I didn't even read those panels and I fucking knew that shit. The method of evolution that Kenjaku has chosen is the merging of humankind and me. Ooh, now this is different. See, I'm glad Gege is doing something different than what Mubang did in the God of High School. This is different. Is that even possible? What was it again? That is that impossible for anyone but a star plasma vessel? Yes, the way I was before, but now that I've evolved for the past 11 years, it would not be impossible for me to merge with someone other than a star plasma vessel. But you're one person, right? How can you merge with multiple people? I am not what you see before you at this moment. My evolved soul exists all around us. As I said, myself is now the world itself. A human who merges with me transforms into something greater than a sorcerer. As a new being that is both there and not there. You know what? I gotta ask you, God of High School readers, does this sound very similar to like what happened with Mubang when he merged with the Supreme God? It really sounds almost like it. It sounds very it sounds similar, but at the same time, it's not. I want to say it is, and it's not. But anyway, I possess barrier techniques, so I'm able to maintain this form in self-control even after evolving. However, if humankind evolves, and even if only one person rages out of control, the world will end. Yeah, now this is Mubang. Why? There would be no boundaries between individuals, so evil would spread instantaneously. The impurity of 100 million people would flood the world. See? I knew it! What just happened to Tokyo would happen to the entire world. I told you this is some Mubang shit. This is some Mubang type shit. It wasn't exactly what I was thinking initially, about building up power. But man, again, this is almost exactly like Mubon, because Mubon couldn't spread it throughout the entire world via the selection until he merged with the Supreme God Maitreya. This is almost exactly like fucking God of High School. It almost is. Why would Kenjaku do that? I do not know. As I said, I cannot read the human heart. Kenjaku, I can tell you why. Kenjaku has a god complex. It's the same thing with Mubon. God complex. So why don't you just refuse to merge? That is the problem. Now that I have evolved, I am more cursed spirit than human being. Ooh. That makes me a target for cursed spirit manipulation. Ooh, now here's where it's different. Where within the God of High School, Maitreya, Supreme God Maitreya, he could resist. He could say, fuck you, and just destroy Mubon at any time. He could. He could say, fuck your ass, Mubon, and just completely take over his body and destroy his soul and his mind. This, on the other hand, nah. He can't. Because he's more cursed spirit than he can't now because he's evolved so much. Anyway, considering Kenjaku's ability as a sorcerer, he might be able to seize me the moment we encounter each other. That is why my main body is rejecting everything at the tombs of the Star Corridor. And the reason you want guards, right? Yes. Kenjaku is the second most powerful barrier user after me. I do not know when he will undo the seal on the tombs. Why now? Kenjaku prevented a merging with the star plasma vessel and forced your evolution and wants to consume and control you through curse manipulation. Apparently he was involved with Sukuna, so he's been a sorcerer for at least... Woo! What? Apparently he was involved with Sukuna, so he's been a sorcerer for at least 1,000 years, so why now? I, the star plasma vessel, and the 6 eyes are all connected by fate. In the past, Kenjaku has twice lost to sorcerers of the 6 eyes. The second time, he took no chances and killed the star plasma vessel and 6 eyes less than 1 month after they were born. Nonetheless, on the day of merging, the 6 eyes and star plasma vessel appeared. Nonetheless, on the day of merging, the 6 eyes and star plasma vessel appeared. After that, Kenjaku switched to sealing instead of eradicating the 6 eyes and began searching for the Prism Realm. Because 2 bearers of 6 eyes cannot appear at the same time. But then the unexpected happened 11 years ago when Toji Zenin intervened. Yeah, Toji! Boy! He was physically gifted through heavenly restriction, and on top of that, he was an anomaly who had escaped from cursed energy. As a human being who had escaped fate through the power of restriction, he destroyed our destinies. Then came along a boy with cursed manipulation. Suddenly all the pieces had come together except for the prison realm. Then even that fell into his hands 6 years ago. So why is the Colon game happening? It is like breaking in the body prior to merging. It is not impossible to merge with someone other than a star plasma vessel, but it is highly unlikely and would be incomplete at present. The Colon game uses the player's cursed energy and the boundaries binding barriers in a ritual for conveying the human beings of this country to the other side. Through that custom, he will begin the merging with me. However, in order to perform such a ritual, Kenjaku has undertaken certain binding vows. Oh God, Gege, this art. One stipulates that he is not the game master. Ooh! So he can't be game master. However, this does not work in your favor because the Colon game will not end even if you kill him. The game will continue until all the players are dead or all the players refuse participation and die. The clause mentioning long-lasting additions to the rules ensures that nothing can interrupt the ritual, which means, excluding the point value of a player's own life, players may expend 100 points to negotiate with the game master to add 1 new rule to the Colon game. We have no choice but to participate in the Colon game and add a rule whereby Sumiki and other unwilling participants can get out. We should also free Gojo-sensei. That guy could settle everything all on his own. Master Tengen, tell us, first decide who stays. I will stay. No! Yuji, you absolutely need Okotsu's or this woman's cooperation, especially if Noritoshi Kamo, if Kenjaku comes here for Tengen. Ending his life means salvation for my little brothers. And I'm not done talking to Tengen. Is that alright, Okotsu? Yeah, I don't want to leave the others. Thank you. This is necessary for freeing Satoru Gojo. It is the back of the prison wall! What? Back? I've never heard of that. You mean like a back gate? Yes, that is right. Before Kenjaku found it, the prison realm was outside my barrier. I believe it was overseas. By sealing this weird gate, I was hiding the existence of the front, but it was no use. Satoru Gojo is also sealed inside this weird gate. Then if we open it, we can... No. The authority to open the gate rests with Kenjaku as the bearer of the front. Breaking it open requires either the inverted spear of heaven that nullifies curse techniques, or the black rope that disrupts and cancels curse technique effects. But Satoru Gojo sealed the sealed the inverted spear of heaven overseas 11 years ago, or destroyed it. Why'd you do that, Sensei? And last year Satoru Gojo got rid of all the black rope. Why'd that guy do that? Actually, I looked for the remaining black rope with Miguel in Africa. Oh, that's why you went overseas, huh? Yes, but it was a fruitless effort. There isn't any more. But there is a way, right? Yes. Among the players participating in the Colin game is a sorcerer from 1,000 years ago who calls herself Angel. Her curse technique can extinguish any curse technique. Oh my god, I love her design. Love it. Colin game player, Hana Kurusu. Okay, so at this point, what it sounds like Kamo's objectives are basically the same thing that we got from Mubong in The God of High School. But the thing is with Mubong, though, I will say that's different than Kamo, is that Mubong didn't, Mubong's objectives, like, he was just, like, kind of playing by ear with his objectives, because originally what Mubong, and I'm sorry I'm spoiling The God of High School, but I have to. Originally what Mubong was trying to do was, he was trying to kill the gods. That's what he wanted to do, was he wanted to kill the gods that killed, the love of his life. And, and he was going to bring the love of his life back, but that didn't happen. He said, fuck that shit recently. He could have, too. That's the thing that I found really odd. It was like, really? Really? Oh, God. Like, Mubong is just drunk with power at this point. So, Mubong, like, because Mubong has, like Kamo, Mubong has a god complex. He has a severe god complex. He does. And what Mubong did, as soon as he found a way to, because he wanted a world, without gods, where humans, took control of, of everything. And humans had power. But power over the gods. And yeah, Mubong, he flat out had a god complex, as I said, like Kamo, and originally he was just gonna kill the Supreme God. Nah, he didn't. He just merged with the Supreme God, and he already had the Generation X, the next humans, the evolution of humans. And then what he did, once he merged with the Supreme God, he said, fuck all of you, because he got outed for his bullshit. He got outed because he was a dictator. He was kind of a dictator at this point. He got outed, and then he via the selection, killed everyone that wasn't a Gen X, or, had the potential to evolve into a Gen X. Killed basically everybody. And yeah. Oh, and yeah, he after Ragnarok, he gave everyone the ability to use borrowed power too. I forgot about that. So yeah, that's why this reminds me exactly of the God of High School. This I shouldn't say. Would I say this is almost? Yeah, this is almost exactly like the God of High School. It's just a little. It is a little bit different because of how Kamo is. Well, should I say how Kamo's going about it? No, I would say the only thing that's different about this is that Kamo knew what he was gonna do from the start, whereas Mubong changed his, plan as he went on. That's what I would say the main difference is. And then in regards to the Colon game, based on, what we're getting now in terms of information, oh, damn straight. This is so much like Darwin's game. Especially like Darwin's game. Because what's happening in what we found out in Darwin's game a while ago is that who we thought was the game master, no longer has control of the game. So that's why it's making me think of Darwin's game in that way. But I'm really curious what you guys thought of this chapter. If you are God of High School readers and you're up to date with the manhwa, I know if you're not, I'm sorry I spoiled it for you, but my God, I had to make this comparison. I really, really did, or it was going to drive me crazy. I'm really curious if you guys are seeing the same thing that I am. And if not, I kind of want to know why. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, what you guys think. Something that I think will happen is we're going to have a fight between Chozo and Kamo. But the other thing is, though, that is bugging me is what we saw in Itadori's memory. That flashback of Mama. What about that, though? What's the explanation for that? That's the thing. We need to get some... Why was that not brought up? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe to Nerdigans Inc. If you love what I'm doing and want to help keep this channel alive so I can keep bringing you more Jujutsu Kaisen content, there's a few ways you could do that. You could donate to my Cash App, PayPal, Patreon, purchase something off my Amazon wishlist. All that's in the description box below. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter, Twitch, Facebook, find me on PlayStation Network. That's in the description box below as well. Till next time, Nerdigans, I will be seeing you later.